Hi, this is Lisa, and I am back again. It's been a while. I'm sorry. I've been trying to get things done and then trying to fight with the body. And it's been a challenge to say the least. Goodness. Anyway, I wanted to come show you that I finally did finish the blanket for my daughter-in-law with the Tunisian stitch. First time I'd ever really done that. My hair is just doesn't want to do nothing today. What little there is of it. I hadn't tried to do the stitch since I was like 17 or younger. So it was like just, straight out, starting over actually. And it was just a one stitch so far. Found all these other fabulous stitches. I'm going to do, I want to try to do a blanket for my oldest son with the brick stitch and the Tunisian, and it's with two different colors. And I think I've almost got enough yarn to do that. And then there's Ralph, right there, taking a pit stop. But anyway, yeah, let me get the blanket. It's right behind me. Sorry about this. I didn't go exactly like the directions called for, but I liked how it turned out. Here's the back side. This is the back side, so you can see it. I added fringe on it, and this is, come on, babe, cooperate. The side that shows the stitch shows up better with this. So I really had a lot of fun doing this. This for me was like no brainer. And of course, I put stitch markers every 10 so I wouldn't lose count, lose a stitch somewhere and not know it. All of a sudden you have a triangle happening that you weren't looking for. But I liked how it turned out. I wish I could get it to them, but it's just been a few weeks since Christmas. We had Christmas together, and see, we were together on the Friday, which would have been either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I'm not sure. I think it was Christmas Eve. And on the Sunday, we were there on Friday, and on Sunday, they went to some other family members and had Christmas there. And 8 days later, she and my son were diagnosed with COVID. He had really mild effects from it, but her temperature got up to 104.5 at one point. So it got pretty intense for her. It was mainly muscle aches and pains and very, very, very weak. So, but they're on the mend now. And also made her it shows up blue on my camera thing, but it's actually a deep purple. Why do things do that? You see, that's why I don't like buying yarn online, because, or even fabric online, because it might look one way on my camera, and when I actually get it, it's completely different. It's just like this is teal, that blanket was teal, and on my camera, it it looks almost a blue-green. But anyway, it when I got it, it looks more green than a combination of both to me. So that I finished up, and I was so glad. But boing, didn't make it. And I started working on my other things. Still working on trying to fill up one of those under the bed storage boxes with journals, empty journals to use before I send them up to the church. So I'm still working on that. I've got to, now that it's cold weather, I'm going to be dyeing paper here soon. So I think I'm out of my yellow and I'm out of my green, but I got quite a bit of the red, and I love doing the coffee. Oh, I love doing that because when you're working with it, and if you put glue or anything on it, that coffee smell wafts up, and it smells so good. But I've got to get some of my pups done. When I see my pups, here was one of them, and I changed did a difference. I got I never have used, well, I might have used it years ago when my son was really young, but this is the Tulip Slick fabric paint. And I tried to make eyes, and maybe on other fabric it would work out better, but on stock fabric it didn't work out as well as I had hoped. So I'm going to stick with doing yo-yo, black yo-yo, and I'll show you that in a minute and the difference between the two. And I used the black tulip for the nose and the little mouth here. And I spent the last 2 weeks or so trying to design and make dresses, crocheted dresses, as a matter of fact. So I can't tell if you can see. This is pink. This is Super Saver pink. And these little things here, let me get it closer. Those are from Bag a Day. She did it on a blanket. I think Posey's. It's a Posey stitch. And she did it for making a blanket. And I added it to the bottom of the skirt. And this is just half. It went from half crochet. Well, up here is single stitch crochet to half crochet to double crochet at the end. And then I kind of tightened it up and did a 2 double crochets in each stitch to make it kind of fall out even more into a ruffle. I did have a headband made with it, and like everything else here today, how many of you have the same problem I do, is that you set something down, you know, you just sat it down beside you not just a few minutes ago, and it disappears. You don't know where it went, but it's gone. And you spend time looking and looking and looking, and you can't find it. Well, that's my day. But I made a headband out of the pink and used the pink posies on there to go with it. And that is, these are the yo-yo eyes. And I added a bit of the white tulip paint to hit. Okay. Now keep in mind, I'm trying to write these stitches out. And it is really hard to get this thing to cooperate because each dog is different because you stuff it different, you know. Might be a little firmer in one, may not in the other. So I'm still learning and experimenting. And this is with baby yarn. Like this top here was with old baby yarn. Oh, let me see. believe it or not, used to be sold at Walmart. This thing, it is Jamie, and it is nursery print. I don't even think they sell it anymore. It was gone on clearance and sale so many times. It's from Lion Brand, and it doesn't have any other really information. 6 skeins make this blanket. Well, I don't want, okay. It's machine washable and dryable. This is 1.5 ounces or 42.53 grams. It's 170 yards, allergic free, shrink proof, non-pilling, moth proof. So yeah, that's what, I don't know if you can actually see the color. Excuse the shakes. Let's see if this hand will do better. It's got a little bit of a shiny, glistening to it, if you can see. I had a friend give me these. I don't know if she got them at a garage sale, but she's moved out of the area, so there's no way I could ask her that. Then I tried to do this one. I said inside out. What I didn't like about this one is, I don't know if you can tell it on here, but the sleeves don't quite match up right. I don't know what I did. So, because I didn't write anything down on this one. And on this one, I still haven't gotten the closures for the top part. So here's the skirt. I did the X, I don't remember what it's called. It's the where you have it, get closer, because this isn't working. This is the X stitch or something like that. And I was planning on weaving some grosgrain, you know, ribbon into those, but I didn't have any yellow. I was going to do yellow in one and the green and yellow in that one. And I still need to make the headband to go around it. But I didn't like how, see this one, I just finished it as is. I didn't put anything on this inside front here, but this one I trimmed it out with the green around here. And on the inside of this one, I took the green and single chained it and then threaded it through every other stitch to make like a belt to tie in the back like that. So yeah, and oh, when I was talking about the difference between the painted ones because of the way the sock material is. Oh, you don't have eyes yet. Here's the one with, those are Google, you know, not Google, yo-yo. Yo-yo eyes that I made and used the white. And here's with the paint. And to me, it just didn't come out as well with the paint. It looks sick. So, yeah. That's what I've been doing, and got lots more to do. I've got I got glue all over my, dried glue on my hands. I've got 3 more pups that I have made up that I just need to put eyes on and clothes made for them. One of these pups, and I don't know, well, I don't know which one. I'll probably send this per puppy out, but I'm going to take a picture of the two different outfits. A man from Lee's work saw my pups and asked for one for his daughter. And usually, whenever someone asks for something like that and wants to know how much I charge, my husband tells them that because I do it for Operation Christmas Child to put in their boxes, that I have them just send me a package of boy-sized reinforced toe socks. These are men's size, and it's like a 12-inch doggy. Of course, they can fold it up and make it, smaller to fit into the box. But I think with the boys' sock, they'll be able to add more things to the box instead of just a puppy and a few things with a smaller puppy. And that means I would have to rewrite. I never knew how designing something was so difficult until I tried to do it myself, because my goodness. And then I forget which row I'm on and what I'm doing, and it turns into a I also I'm trying to work out for the youngest son. He's always been into computers and building them, and working in areas with computer technology. And where did I put it? There it is. Just a minute. Let me get it for you. And let me pause it. It'll be better that way. Is it working? Okay, it's working now. I never know with these things. Okay. Let's see if you can see it. Try to design out a keyboard. And the only problem with this, if I go with this size, the width will be a little, almost 3¼ yards, which would be 6 feet, 6.5 feet wide, which isn't too bad, to go over a bed. And the length, however, is going to be 16 feet. Yeah, 16 feet. And there's no way to really chop that up, I can think of, unless any of you've got any ideas. I like the idea that these have a dimension. Like one of my husband's keyboards, the outside part is silver. I can do the angle in a black, or and do the top of the key in a dark gray. As far as the letters and everything, I thought that I would just backstitch them on with either white yarn or white yarn or ecru yarn, something like that. But give me y'all's thoughts on this, because I would thought that with each of the keys, I was going to do this in a block form, 2-inch square blocks. Yeah. So that I would be eventually, like this would be 2, 4, 6-inch. Each little block would be a 6-inch square. Yeah, what's that? About 6 inches? About that 6 inches, maybe. If I do a two-inch square for each, that just seems awful small. And go for the 1/6 inch, which would be, actually, these aren't 6 inches. I'm thinking these are 1, 2, 3. These are 9. These are 9 2-inch squares. Help. That way I could divide for the top buttons where they have the little doohickeys with the F. No, the 1s and the 2s and 3s, they have the stuff that goes on the top. And that way, and then you have your other hooky doos and question marks, and yeah, where everything is split in two, and I would be able to divide it better because I'm terrible at dividing things. So hey, bottom line is, if anybody has any type of solutions to my problem, they can help me with what I'm doing here instead of me just going out there with it. And plus I thought, because one of the reasons why I did it with that, well, you know what, I cannot see anything. You see where right there it's a half. I can easily make the square divide one side of the square one color and the other side of the square another color. That's no problem. But that would make it going around and give it dimension. And that's what I was looking for, is a little bit of dimension. I don't want it flat because keyboards aren't flat. Okay, I've already taken up too much of y'all's time, and you've probably got all sorts of things you want to do. I hope you all are having a good day. I hope that y'all are feeling well. I know I've been dealing with the fibromyalgia, and I don't know for sure, but my scoliosis and my upper body here might have shifted a little bit, and it is pinched on a nerve. Joy, joy, fun, fun. It's eased up a little bit today. Last week, as long as I stayed like this, like my back, my shoulders did not turn, I was fine. But even just looking down, I can only look down so far, but it was one of those pains where you just, and it was constant. So yeah, thank goodness it's eased up some where I can be a human being. I can deal with the little bit of, but not when it's on a constant. But yeah, I hope every one of you is doing fine and is healthy and taking good care of yourselves and your family members. If you go out, please wear a mask. You see, my daughter-in-law went over there and they all did not wear masks while they were together. And everybody that was there at that family gathering contacted COVID. So yeah, that's how easily it can happen. I went to church 2 weeks ago and I wore my mask, and I was glad I did. At least I'm comforted in knowing that I try to take care of myself. And even if I had been exposed, which I wasn't, because I don't ever go out unless, Christmas time. I went out that once, and to the doctor's office, which I haven't been to since almost 6 months ago. 5 months ago, I last went, and So I try not to get out very much because of being such a high risk and everything. But other people, our town and our county have a mandatory mask ordinance, but a lot of the ones that are around us don't do that. And the one that my kids are in don't have a mandatory mask. And sometimes I think, it's no big deal to wear a mask, really. Not when you think about it. Maybe it's not to me because when I was younger, I worked in oral surgery, and I would go at times into the hospital and have to mask up, and other than trying to get it to not fog up my glasses, uh, it's no big deal. I could see, we're trying to protect the person that we were working on. So, and ourselves in case they had some sort of infection they didn't have. We didn't know they had. So take care of yourself. I know I've already said that a cajillion times. I do that with my husband. I love you. I love you. I love you. I just sound like a broken record, but he says he likes hearing it anyway. But, and I hope and pray that the Lord will watch over you and see you and take care of you as you go out and journey out in this world and then go back home to your family and loved ones. Wish I could spend more time talking to you, but you got things to do, and I need to get started working on this stuff. And my one son that you saw walk by is going to be stomping around here soon, making things to get ready to go to work. So I will try to talk to y'all again soon. Hopefully, when I get little headbands done, I'll show them to you. So I had one and it disappeared and it looked really cute, but it was a wee bit too big. It kept popping off. Maybe I should put a hook or something on it. But then the dog will have the hook in its head. It could be like a piercing, a doggy piercing. How's that sound? On the ear. Huh? All right. We'll talk to y'all later. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.